Today, we're going to talk about systems. A system is simply a set of connected things forming a complex whole. So it's a set, more than one. Things, not my favorite word, but it could represent anything. And to form a complex whole, that just means that there's a whole something made up of parts. And in math, it could be equations, linear equations, quadratic, absolute value, whatever. But what other systems are out there? Well, how would you describe a weather system? Well, that might be a set of rain, wind, snow, whatever. What about, like at a park, there could be a trail system. What does that mean? A trail system might mean at a national park there's a lot of mountain bike trails, hiking trails, horse trails, whatever. It's still a system that works together to form a big whole. So in math, it's the same concept. And today we're going to look at a system of two equations. I'm going to write them right here. The first equation is y equals 1/2 x plus 2. The second equation is 5x plus y equals -9. Now to solve a system of linear equations, to figure out solutions, it means where the two lines are crisscrossing each other, okay, where they cross. So why would that matter? We'll see in class, but for the purpose of this video, you need to know how to mathematically determine where the lines cross. That's called a solution. This equation is written already in slope-intercept form. That makes it easy. We know the slope is 1/2, y-intercept is at 2. I'm going to use brown for this one and graph it over here. Y-intercept is 2. Well, bam! This is the y-axis. How do I do a slope of 1/2? We know it's rise over run, so if I rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2, puts me right here. Rise 1, run 2. I'm going to do it again. Rise 1, run 2. So from 2 it goes to 4. If at any point this stops making sense, you need to pause the video, rewind it, watch it again. It's like I'm teaching over and over again, okay? So this is a straight line. It's best to my ability. I would keep it going in both directions. Let's look at 5x plus y equals -9. That's not written in slope-intercept form. It's written in standard form. Is that a big deal? Are we crushed? Are we going to struggle? No. All you need to do is change the form, change the equation so it ends up in y equals mx plus b format. We need this to graph it easiest. So what can I do with this equation to convert it? I need to get the x's to the other side of the equation, so I can subtract 5x from both sides. So they cancel out. 5x minus 5x is no x's, so I'm left with y equals -9 minus 5x. I'm gonna use the commutative property and just switch it. -5x minus 9. That way it's familiar to me. I can see that -5 is the slope and -9 is the y-intercept. Okay, so I redid the graph. As you can see now, it goes all the way down to -9 on the y-axis. And I redrew the lines a little bit better to represent the equations more closely. Let's look at the brown line. It's slope of 1/2, y-intercept of 2. I know it's slope of 1/2 because for every rise of 1, there's a run of 2. Rise 1, run 2, and so on. So that shows me the 1/2 slope. And here, remember the slope for this equation, remember how we had to change from a standard form to slope-intercept? The slope is -5. So that means instead of rise over run, it's like a backwards rise, so it's almost like, well, negative represented by, instead of going up and over, it's going down and over. So in this case, from -9, it goes up 5 over 1, up 5 over 1. So that's the slope of -5, very steep down. And what do they intersect? I sort of redrew it to help. They intersect right here at the point -2 and 1. And you might say, well, how do you know exactly? Well, I know exactly because the cool thing about equations is you can plug in values, and the whole point of being an equation means that it balances at certain x and y values. So I need to prove that x value of -2 and a y value of 1 plug into both equations, and that will tell me that they both meet at -2, 1. Let's try it. So the y value is 1, 1 equals 1/2 times the x value, which was -2, plus 2. I'm going to write it right here. This is the ordered pair I'm working with, -2, 1. Does it fit? Well, 1 equals, what's 1/2 times -2? It's -1. Bring down the plus 2. 1 equals, what's -1 plus 2? It's 1. Does 1 equal 1? Yes. That means that the point -2, 1 belongs on this line. Okay, let's see if it works out over here. Y is still 1 equals -5 times -2 minus 9. 1 equals, what's -5 times -2? Is it -10 or positive 10? It's positive 10. 10 minus 9. 1 equals, what is 10 minus 9? Hopefully you know it's 1. 1 equals 1. That means it's also a balance in the equation with the coordinate pair -2, 1. That means the solution to this system is -2, 1. Thanks for watching. If you need help on any of the questions for the week, this video should help you get in the right mood and help you answer your questions. Thanks.